live. Okay. Hey everybody, what's up? Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Let me make sure. It is. It's Wednesday, June 2nd. Our Wednesday live stream tonight. How's it going? Wait for a few more people to jump on. All right, we can get started here. Okay, so updates on my end. I uploaded a video on, what was it, Sunday? Sunday or Monday? Monday, 2 days ago. Yeah, so we had a little get-together cookout over at Noy Craig's. And, there was about 9 or 10 people there. And it was really fun. We had food. I did a kind of like a morning routine video. I started out like that and then went to Wegmans, grabbed some things, went over to Craig's. He does a recipe in there, so go check that out. And what else? We did a little Wegmans trip, which was fun. And then there was, the pups are in it. So, yeah, fun video. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's on my channel. It's on my main channel, The Vegan Zombie. Let's see. Today, if you see any grass on me, I just got in from mowing the lawn, hopefully before it rained. I made it. That's what I was thinking before I was mowing the lawn was, is it going to rain while I'm mowing the lawn? It did not. So the lawn is all nice and mowed because I will be leaving town forever. No, for hopefully a short amount of time. I don't have a plane ticket home yet. Got to do that. How many of you don't like to plan or like to not know what you're doing when you're traveling? So this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. I'm going out to California and Texas for a short amount of time to do a couple videos, hopefully meet up with Cesar and my team for the movie. So there's an update right there on the movie. I will know more later, probably the week after next when I get home. I don't know how much I don't know if I'm gonna be able to post any videos while I'm out there because I'm traveling really, really light, maybe just one backpack and my camera equipment. So I probably won't even bring my computer, which I used to do my editing when I traveled on my laptop, but I probably won't even bring that. So we'll see. I don't have an editor on that MacBook anymore anyway, so. Yeah, but I talked to one of the guys today, so at least I'll be able to stay. I'll have somewhere to stay even if I'm staying on the floor. It's better than staying at the airport. But I'll be getting in there pretty late. We'll have more information about that. Maybe I'll do some live streams too. So I'm excited because I'm going to be checking out some brand new vegan restaurants, kind of. Well, one of them is not brand new. The other one is. So I'll be excited about that. The different vegan foods, and there's a bug flying around my camera lens. So, yeah, I probably will do Insta Lives. Craig messaged me. He's like, AMC, you better retire. AMC, if you guys are in the stock market, AMC went up really high today. And not even knowing, I bought a few stocks last year when it was at $4 because I'm like, when the pandemic's gone, everybody's going to want to go to the movies. So, I bought a few shares and now it's up to like $70. So it's that's a little chunk of change right there. As long as I take it out before it goes down. It looks like it's still going up. What is it? What's it at now? It's around $65 right now. So that means Doge is going back up. I don't know. What else? What else is going on here? Castle, yeah. Hopefully, bring Doge up to like $5,000. Then I'll buy a castle. You were looking into the Oatly stock. I bought Oatly the day that it came out. What's up? What's up? Been playing a lot of chess. Been playing a lot of chess on the app and also live streaming it on Twitch. Did a live stream yesterday playing some chess. Beginner pretty much, but also playing some rated players. Did okay. Beat one of them. So, fun stuff. I was wondering, I don't know if there's enough people on to ask yet. There's only 25 people. Maybe I'll wait till the end. Just chilling here with my dogs. You're getting better? Yeah, the more you practice, the better you get. You know, everybody, even if you know how to play, which I already knew how to play, but just playing every day, I feel like I'm a lot better than I was. No, we're still doing EverQuest. Actually, I was going to do EverQuest yesterday, and then at the last minute we decided chess. So, still doing EverQuest, just haven't done it in a little bit. Do I play Words with Friends? Yeah, I've been playing Words with Friends for probably almost 10 years. And to be honest, I don't know. I'm closing off my games that I'm playing with people, and I think I'm ending it. I don't know if it's just not the same anymore. Like, I'd rather play chess. So, like, when I'm waiting, if I'm bored or if I'm, like, waiting around, I look to see the people I'm playing chess with and see if they made a move, which they did. They made a move, so now it's time for me to jump in with the kill here. Bam. And there we go. I shouldn't say kill because we don't kill the pieces. We take them to the back room and we have a tea party. So everybody that their pieces got taken, we're in the back room drinking some nice herbal tea, something like that. So we can play another day. But I don't know what else is everybody up to today. I really don't have too much to talk about, to be honest. And that was my question. That's what I want to ask. How many people are on? So 23 viewers. I don't know. I've been doing these live streams pretty much every Wednesday for the past year, almost a year and a half. Do you guys want me to continue to do this every Wednesday, or do you want it more sporadic? Like when I have stuff to say, I do a live stream, or do you guys like it every Wednesday? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I go on and I don't really have anything to talk about except for, like, you know, the few updates. I mean, right now things aren't as exciting, so the only way you're going to get me to ramble on and talk about a lot of things is just ask the questions. Otherwise, like, I feel like there's not much to talk about certain times. Other times, yeah, I do have stuff to talk about, like if I have updates and stuff. But right now, like, I mowed the lawn today. I fed my dogs. Nothing really else has happened. I'm editing. I got a couple more videos that I filmed last week that I'm still editing, and hopefully I get them out before I travel, or maybe I can even schedule it to go out while I'm traveling, so it looks like, hey, I'm traveling, but I'm still uploading videos. So you have the tofurkey ham. Yeah, you could fry it. You could even eat it like it's pretty much pre-cooked. You just heat it up in the oven, you roast it, or you can cut it up and heat it up on a skillet, a cast iron. It's really good. You're smelling paint at work and you can't stand the smell of paint. I know. I was just thinking that the other day. Like, I think somebody said something at the party about smelling fumes and stuff. And I liked when I was a little kid, I liked the smell of like fumes and like gas and everything. And I didn't know any better, so if I smelled it, I'm like, oh, this smells good. And I remember pulling up to the gas station with my dad, my mom, you know, like back in the 80s, the early 80s. I was just a little kid. And I'm like, oh, I love the smell of gas. And my dad said, no, don't smell gas. It'll kill your brain cells and you'll never get them back. So I was like, boom. And from that day on, I was like, I don't want that to happen. I didn't know, you know. So he taught me when I was a little kid, and I was like, boom. So any kind of like chemically smelling, I always, you know, go away from. And Now it's just like, it just doesn't make you feel good to smell bad smells like that. So sorry you have to smell that at work. That was a crazy corner we got into in chess. Yeah, I totally went in for the kill there, and we had this little, almost like a game of chess, you know? We were playing a game of chess within chess. Sorry I came out on top there. Yeah, you made a couple blunders there. Moving the knight in was a good move, but there was a couple other blunders. Like, you shouldn't have taken. We could talk about it later, but you took me with your bishop, not your rook. Any advice for a first time film director? Well, I'll be a first time film director as well on when I film my movie. And the only thing I've really directed are my YouTube videos, and some of them are. I would consider some of them like, like I really had to direct, because I had, 16-hour days with 30 plus people and everybody doing their thing. So, I would say, like, there's going to be moments where you don't know what you're doing, and, you just got to keep calm, and, because everybody's counting on you to know your stuff. So just be calm. Don't act like you don't know what you're doing, and just try to figure it out, or ask somebody for help and, like, get their opinion on something. But, just work together, and just try to be cool to everybody. And yeah, I would say the YouTube channel that I learned the most from, as far as film goes and everything, just because I started my channel right at the same time that they started their channel, and I started watching them from the beginning, so I saw them grow, is a channel called Film Riot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not, but they're really good at, directing movies and making movies from nothing, from scratch, and just learning the basics without any kind of budget, and now they're doing really well. So I would definitely recommend checking that out, because they have videos on, like, first time film directors, and what to do, how to direct, all that stuff, because they've done it. Pot smoke gives you nausea. You were dreaming that I was making pizza. You woke up and I was on. I'm not making pizza right now, but I wish I was. I should use my dad in a movie as the older version of myself. I've done some creative things with that kind of concept, because my dad has movies of himself when he was younger than I am now. So I took all those old movies and I digitized them, put them on my computer, and then this one, which I thought was really cool, before I was born, he's walking out of my grandma's house, well, where my grandma used to live, where he grew up, and he comes up to the camera, and he kind of just waves at it, and he looks in the camera and everything. And so then I did the same thing in the same exact place at my grandma's house. It's my aunt's house now. My grandma's no longer here. So I came out and I did all the same things my dad was doing, and I edited them together. So when he went in and looked at the camera, then I clipped that, and I went in and looked at the camera, and I backed up. So, he looks in it, and then I look out, and it's me. And I made this video. I should do it again, because I made this video literally probably almost 20 years ago. So, yeah. Early 2000s. You live in a building that's a nightclub, and the new owners are painting. You're the guy that works at a 100-year-old building that runs a 100-year-old elevator. Is it safe? I feel like a lot of things, I mean, age wears things down, but I feel like a lot of things were built better back in the day. No, it's not on YouTube. That was more of a personal video with personal clips and stuff, so I didn't put all that stuff on YouTube. I just have those videos in folders and stuff. Not to mention, I made this before YouTube existed. So I put music in it that is like absolutely copyrighted, and there's no way I could upload a video with the music that I put in it. Would I ever want to direct a ghost-themed movie? Maybe. Of all the horror, like I'm a huge into horror, the horror genre, but I think ghosts are my least favorite of the horror genre. But yeah, I wouldn't count that out. You wanted to play Words with Friends? You're getting really good. Do you play chess? That's the question. Yeah, the older videos I have for Balancer are definitely, you can tell that I filmed it with an older camera. But the good thing is, I have all those videos downstairs, all on. I got like probably 50 different tapes of things that I filmed throughout my youth. So I'm still looking forward to going through them and see what I can find, and if there's anything interesting or that I could use as storytelling material, then I'll make videos for you guys. The Modern Werewolf. You're at a long traffic light about to get on the highway. That reminds me of a lyric from one of my favorite bands. You spend half your life sitting at red lights. What's up, Ari? You don't know how to play chess. Well, it's easy to learn. And I've been doing Twitch streams where I'm showing beginner chess, I'm showing people how to play, and then I'm actually playing the audience members and critiquing them too. So you can always follow me on Twitch at the Vegan Zombie, without any at the end. Vegan Zombie why can't I just have Vegan Zombie? Because it's just so. Then I always gotta say without the E. Which E, Chris? There's a couple E's in the word vegan. The Vegan Zombie. The last E. Your dad would just go through the red lights until the cameras. Yeah, you never know where the cameras are these days. I don't think there's really any around here. But when I lived down in like the DC area, boom, everywhere cameras. Stace guy. Oh, you're playing Stace? Cool. Would I kill E.T. if he tried to kill me? If E.T. tried to kill me, I'd probably die of sadness. Oh, The Will to Survive. The Eye of the Tiger, of course. Have I ever played Tetris? Of course, I grew up in the 80s. And 70s. And 90s. And I'm still growing up today. Would I grow alien beans? What are those? Of course, maybe I'm already growing them and they're giving me superpowers. Would I open a restaurant? Yeah, that's one of my long-term goals, is what I wanted to do. if all else failed, I wanted to eventually open a restaurant. It's something that I've wanted to do since I was like 18, open up a vegan restaurant. But then this came along, and like if I opened up a restaurant, like I'd be stuck wherever I was. If I wanted my restaurant to thrive, I'd have to kind of be in that area, be there. And I, up until the pandemic, I loved traveling everywhere, doing my videos out there at different vegan restaurants, trying different vegan things. So it's more of a long-term goal. Like if I ever was not doing the YouTube thing anymore, or if I just decided, let's just open a restaurant now because I don't know, I wasn't going to travel anymore as much, then maybe I would do that. I don't know where though. I always wanted to represent where I'm from, like the Syracuse area. So I've always wanted to put another vegan restaurant because we don't have too much here. We only have one all vegan restaurant here. No, I think we have two now. And I'd like to put another one in there at some point. Do I have a bicycle? I've got a couple of BMX bicycles. I don't have like like a multi-speed bike. Yeah, E.T. heals. He brought the plant back to life. I'm a great dancer. I don't dance. The E.T. anniversary is coming up soon. So hopefully I'm back. I better be back. Do I've got a basket on my bike? I used to. I used to have the basket for E.T. when I was little. But I don't have one now, so. I mean, maybe if I... Now I think E.T. was kind of big. How did he fit in that basket? Maybe he did some like alien shrinkage or something. Do I play music? Unfortunately, no. I've tried different instruments, but I never stuck with it. I bought a keyboard, and I just didn't stick. It's a crappy keyboard. I wish I had the actual piano. Instruments that I've played in my life, I started out in middle school playing the trumpet, and then I went over to the saxophone, and then I tried guitar. I could play a couple songs on guitar, but then I never kept to it, and then piano a little bit, but I can't really play anything really well. I can't really read music or anything, so those were all a long time ago. I didn't stick with anything. The only thing I stuck with is skateboarding and making movies. Hey, howdy, hey. What's up, Graven? I've actually got a kind of a funny story with the trumpet. So for those of you that play the trumpet, if you put the mouthpiece on and you hit it, it could get stuck. And I did that. But there was, we're talking over 30 years ago. There was something else that happened to my trumpet, and I couldn't use it. And we were doing I forget, I can't think of the word. We were playing music we weren't practicing. We were actually playing for all the parents that came to see us. And my music teacher couldn't fix it. He's like, hold on. He goes, I don't have time to fix this. You're going to have to just go up there and pretend you're playing it. I'm like, okay. I can't play it anyway, so I'll just pretend. So it made zero noise. I couldn't make any noise with it. I just went up there and I just was pretending to play. And when I was done, my mom came up and says, oh my God, we heard you over everybody. You were so good. And I'm like, no, you didn't. She goes, yes, we did. I'm like, no, you didn't, because I wasn't playing. And that's my story. It was kind of funny. Which kind of reminds me of another story. My poor mom. So anyway, so that was the first one that was kind of like this. But then when I went to a few different colleges. When I got my associates, I graduated from this college, and my friends were in town for some reason, and they wanted to go get breakfast somewhere. My mom wanted me to go to graduation. I'm like, no, I never, like, I don't know, I was weird when I was younger. I was like, there's no picture of me in the yearbook because I wouldn't get my picture taken. Now I wish I did. I was the one always taking pictures, but I never wanted to be on pic. So the pictures I have of myself from like when I was younger are rare because I never wanted to be getting my picture taken. And as you can see, I posted one the other day on my Instagram where I had like really short hair and I was a brand new vegan. I was eating a vegan burger, and somebody took a picture of me, and I was like, don't take a picture of me. So you can see that picture on my Instagram on the vegan zombie. But I hated getting my picture taken. And I didn't want to go to graduation. My mom and dad were like, no, go to your graduation. I'm like, I'm not going. And then my friends were like, hey, do you want to go out to breakfast with us? And I guess they had some like, it wasn't like a vegan place, but they had vegan options, or I just went with them to hang out. So I went with them. And my mom's like, you know what? I bet you he went to graduation and didn't want to tell us. So they went up to my graduation to watch me. And they did the same thing. They were like in the distance and everything. And they're like, I think I see him right there. There he is. And they're clapping. And when they got home, they were like, we went to your graduation. We saw you graduate. But we didn't want to make a scene. We know you didn't want us to go to graduation and embarrass you or anything. So we didn't go over and say anything. And I'm like, I didn't go to graduation, Mom. I went to breakfast with everybody. Like, I wasn't there. You were at my graduation. I wasn't. And so when I finally graduated with my bachelor's degree, I said, okay, they really wanted a picture of me. So I went and I had, the graduation hat and the gown and everything. And I got a picture just for them, and they have that picture. Because I don't think there's any other picture of me. Oh, there is a picture of me graduating from high school. Like 2 pictures. It was really rare. I was like weird. I was weird. I was like, does anybody else like that? Like when the attention's on you, you don't like it? Like, I was always weird about that stuff. Like, it's your graduation party. I'm like, I don't want to go because everybody's going to come up to me. And I was so shy. I didn't like it. So there's a couple stories for you. I really wish I had all those old pictures. There are pictures of me in other yearbooks because, they do it every year. But my senior yearbook, I wasn't there. I'm like, Chris, why? I would love to go back and see what you were doing, but you weren't on camera. And I even have videos of like me at high school, but I'm not on the camera. All my friends are. So I loved filming stuff, but I hated being filmed. And if you can see, I uploaded, I think a year or two ago, I uploaded some like old videos around Christmas time of me back when I was like 19. Like not wanting to get the camera off me. I'm not opening my present unless you turn that camera off. Like that kind of stuff. And now here I am. So I had to make up for it because I didn't even want my parents to hug me on camera and stuff. So then I filmed the video, at the last Christmas or the one before it, and I put the camera up, and I'm like, Mom, Dad, give me a hug, and I gave them a hug, and I got that on camera. So I went from like when I was a teenager to now, like how much we changed. But it was a real thing. Yeah, maybe it was social anxiety or whatever, because I will tell you this much too. I was a good student, but I was an average student. Like I wasn't like straight A's, but I wasn't failing anything. But I was also, I will tell you this. I couldn't sit in a classroom if I was in the front of the class or if somebody was behind me. So I would get to class early to sit in the back, but this one class, it was my math class, the teacher just assigned everybody seats, and I had to sit in the front. So literally, you can say whatever, but like I couldn't learn because I couldn't pay attention because I was just too worried that there was people behind me looking at the back of my head or something. And it was like I would feel more comfortable if I was in the back of the room, then I could learn because I would be more relaxed, and I always hated it. So that's true. That was a true story. I'm sure there's other people like that out there. I never told anybody. I didn't tell anybody that was the reason. I just was like, and I was too afraid to like speak up and say, well, can I sit in the back? You know, I'm completely different than I was then, now. China just reported the first. Yeah, I saw that. A food I couldn't live without. Well, I love pizza, but I'd have to say probably bananas, and I don't like bananas. I don't really like bananas, but I make smoothies with bananas, and you can't taste the banana once you have a smoothie. And I have a smoothie just almost about every day. If I don't have a smoothie, I have a smoothie bowl. So that's the food I eat probably the most. It's weird. The food I can't live without is a food that I wouldn't like just eat a plain one without turning it into like a smoothie. Because I don't really care for bananas unless I'm like super hungry and I haven't eaten anything, then I'll eat the whole banana. But other than that, I don't really care for bananas. Is that a weird answer? Because it's true. But pizza is like a conglomeration of a bunch of different foods put together but I'm talking about a whole food. So if it wasn't a whole food, it would probably be some kind of pizza, some kind of vegan pizza. Because you guys know how much I love pizza. Or vegan peanut butter cups. A chef or somebody I would cook with, vegan zombie style. Why not Gordon Ramsay? I don't like coconuts, Trini. I don't like coconut water, and I never liked any of the candy that had shaved coconut on it. I never liked it. Coconut milk and like a curry, I like that. Although I try not to eat it because it elevates my cholesterol, so coconuts are kind of out of the question for me. Oh, there's a good question. Any non-vegan food that I miss? Some people, when they just go vegan, actually miss some foods. There's nothing that I miss. There's not anything that I miss when I wasn't vegan. In fact, when I look at it, I can't understand how people can eat it. Anything you show me. I never liked tuna, even when I wasn't a vegan. Yeah, having to do presentations in front of a class, even when I was in college. I remember I had a public speaking class, and the teacher allowed, we all had to do it. So I knew I had to do it. So I'm like kind of like psyching myself up and preparing myself to do it when I wasn't at school. And then when I'm sitting there, she goes, all right, I'm just going to let you guys, you know, come up here, and I'm not going to call on anybody. I'm going to let you come up here, next, when, as soon as one person's done, you guys decide who wants to go next, go up there and do your thing. That was part of it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to say next. I'm going to say next. And then I'm like, I gotta say next. I gotta get up there and go. And then the next person was done. And I'm like, and I hesitated. And like, I did that every time until there was like literally like 4 people left to go. And I'm like, okay, I can't be the last person, but do I have the courage to do it next? Oh, I guess I didn't. There's only 2 more people. I have to do it before the last person. And I don't do it. And then like I got it. And then sure enough, I was the last person because the fear inside going up there and telling everybody about the Big Bang Theory. I'm not talking about the TV show. I'm talking about Stephen Hawking, the book that I read A Brief History of Time. Like, nobody knew what I was talking about, and like I just was like, I'm done. Like, I hated doing presentations. And then there was this one kid that the teacher favored, and he like didn't even come into class once. He was like, oh, I just got here, I was hitchhiking and blah, blah, blah. And he was a musician, and it was public speaking. He goes, I didn't do a public speaking thing per se, but what I did was I recorded a song on my tape, and I'm just going to pass the lyrics out to everybody. And so he put the tape in, and it's him playing the guitar and singing a song, and we're all reading the lyrics. And the teacher loved it. She just loved him, and she gave him like an A, and she just loved it. She loved it, but it wasn't public speaking. This is like over 20 years ago, but you can't think of a fruit or veggie you don't like. I don't like, well, mushrooms aren't a fruit or veggie, it's a fungus, but I don't like water chestnuts. And what else don't I like? There's things I don't really care for, but I don't hate. Let's see. Yeah, presentations definitely were the worst. How was it going to the party mask? It was fine. I wasn't nervous. Things are different in Britain. Yeah, I could not. I probably should have failed that class, public speaking. I tried though. I got good grades in the class. I passed with an A, but I hated it. I was scared. I couldn't wait for it to be done. And I never got better at public speaking until I created this channel. And I basically had to tell myself that I had to do this. This is something I had to overcome, and I eventually did. And now I'm completely the opposite. I can get up and I can speak in front of anybody. It's not a problem to me anymore, which I never thought I would ever get over that. It took a long time, and really it came down, it didn't come down to anybody teaching me what I had to do or how to relax or anything. It came down to me telling myself, like, you have to do it. This is what you have to do. And, you know, this is your one life to live, that, you know, make a difference, because then, you know, 30 years after you die, nobody will know you. You know, nobody will know what it's like to be in a room having a conversation with you. It won't matter anymore, is basically. So make your point now, live your life, do it. Don't worry what other people think. And fortunately, the subject matter that I was talking about, I was the best person to talk about. I was the expert talking about my life. Nobody could do it better than me. So, you know, that was a plus. And I just went up there and told myself all these things, and I got up there and I did it. And, you know, like, there's times when you want to freeze up and stuff, but I just focused and didn't let it happen, because I knew my life. I knew what to talk about. So, and I was always afraid of people like looking at me, you know, staring into my soul or anything. But, you know, like, you kind of get over that once you get in the hang of talking. It's like you don't really look at anybody. You just kind of look. You're just telling the story, and you know you're telling it to a crowd, but you never make eye contact with people, because I know that can break your train of thought if you're like making eye contact with somebody. Like, you're like looking at somebody, you know, you're burning your eyes into their soul, and sometimes that can trip you up. I would call myself an extroverted introvert, because I know I got to travel this week, and I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. And I prefer to do things with like a friend or somebody. I'm going alone, which it's fine, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have somebody to go with, to hang out with, to talk to. It's going to be awkward too, because I've never gone to a restaurant and sat there and eaten by myself. I would never do that. I don't like this, but in this situation, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to a restaurant to review a restaurant, and I'm going to be there pretty much all day because I'm going to go there and then I'm going to go back to the airport when it's over with. And as far as I know, I'm going to be there by myself, like sitting at a table. That's awkward for me. So I guess I'm just going to hang out and probably bury my face in my phone. Maybe I'll do some live streams or something. I don't like live streaming around other people either. Like when there's a bunch of people like, around, like I like to go somewhere else where I can, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. You haven't lived to eat alone in a restaurant or go to a movie theater by yourself. I've never done that either. Anything that I regret that I did at school? Um, what did I do at school that I regret? No, I don't think there's anything I regret. There's probably things I regret not doing. Like I regret not getting my picture taken at the yearbook and, things like maybe, I don't know. If I was able to go back, would I do things differently? Probably, knowing what I know now. I wouldn't be quite the person I was back then. But, you can't. I mean, that was me growing up. That was me learning my life and learning what everything was. I think everybody changes, but, in a way they stay the same. You still you, but you change different things about you. Make sure to wear a hood so I'm extra creepy. I want to wear a hood, but it's probably going to be super hot. I don't know what the weather's been like down there in Texas or LA. It's been nice here. I never got a class ring. I never did any of that. I didn't really hang out with like any I didn't do like the normal things. Like I didn't go to prom. I was convinced to go. I did go to a senior dinner dance, which I hear is very much like a prom, but I never went to the prom. Um, yeah, I hung out with like I was a skateboarder. I hung out with the skater crew. We didn't do any like high school sports or anything because we were out skateboarding. Too bad that wasn't a high school sport. If I drop food on the floor, does the 3 second rule apply to you? It depends where it is, whose floor it is. That all depends because I am quite a germ freak, but I can't say that I've never done that. It depends what the food is that I'm dropping, and like if I'm home here, yeah, I might pick it up and eat it because it's my house. Like I feel like the germs are my germs, but yeah. If I dropped it at the airport, no, I wouldn't eat it. Unless maybe it was a Vago bar. I don't know. Any class reunions? No, I didn't know about. I wasn't invited to any, and I didn't really know about. I wasn't really friends with anybody in my grade. I was friends with like, my friends were all pretty much. I mean, I did have some friends in my grade, but most of my friends were like one grade lower than me. They graduated a year after me. See D Rabbit. You were homeschooled and you went to two proms. Not the best party. Would rather. Yeah. Oh, you were in LA last week and it was really hot there. Yeah, see, I don't know how to dress. I don't know, like, I don't want to bring a bunch. I only want to bring one backpack. So I need to bring whatever change of clothes and my camera and all that. I don't want to check any bags. And so, yeah, I don't know if I should bring like a coat, a hoodie. Well, I'll probably bring a hoodie, but who knows? Maybe it still gets cold at nighttime. Oh, you never got your class ring because of the price of gold? 20-second rule for Vago Bar. Okay. If I went to a class reunion, it might be super awkward. It might be. I don't know. It's pretty warm in the daytime. What's up, happiest vegan? Chilly in the evening, so light sweater, cool. So it's not gonna. So I won't need a jacket or anything, but just like what I'm wearing right now, or maybe I'll wear like my Mickey shirt. I think I bought a Mickey shirt the last time I went to Disney World. That was 2011. So I'm definitely due to go there. I've never been to Disneyland. I don't know if I'll be in. I don't know if I'll be in town long enough though. I have no plane ticket back yet. Did I grow up pre or post? I grew up pre grunge. I actually have a video of the very first day I was out skateboarding, and my friend Matt, who he's on Twitch with me sometimes, he goes, "Hey, I got this new tape of this band that's pretty cool," and he put it in, and it was Nirvana, and we just started skating to it. So yeah, I was in the glam rock days, like Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, like all, Rat, Cinderella, like all those, and then Nirvana came out, and just everything became grunge, and all the hair bands withered away. So yeah, I was around pre and while they were happening. Yeah, I remember all of it. It does always rain when I go there. Cesar actually made a joke about it. He's like, "Well, we should be ready for some rain next week then." Would I ever drink non-alcoholic beer? Probably not. Do I use bug spray? No, I don't. I don't usually have problems with mosquitoes. Everybody around me will be like, "Oh, I'm getting bit," and I'm like, "I'm not." I don't know why that is. But there was a couple. There was a couple not bug sprays, but bug deterrents, like sticks, like to rub on and stuff, that I got from like a vegan box years ago when I was going camping, and I tried that a couple times, but I don't know where. It's probably in my bug out bag. Bug out bag is my zombie apocalyptic response bag if like there's emergency, whether it's zombies or any other kind of natural disaster emergency. I've got a bag all ready to go with all the emergency stuff in it, and I think it might have that in there. But there are ticks up here. In all my years, I've never been bit by a tick except for a year and a half ago. I was like itching. I was like, "What is this?" It was a tick. And I got it taken out, pair of tweezers, and oh my God. Never want that to happen again. Get it off! Get off me! Oh, I'd love to go to Disneyland. If I have enough time and I can get some transportation around, maybe. That would be cool. I might only be there for 2 days though. I don't know. I'm looking at the cheapest ticket home is on a Tuesday, so we'll have to see. Onions by no, haven't heard that. Oh, probably. It's probably, yeah. It's probably the food I eat or the vitamins I take. The bugs just leave me alone for the most part. Favorite hairband. Um, when I was younger, it was Motley Crue. Um, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite hair band is, but I got some favorite songs by different bands. Like I like songs. I like songs from Motley Crue. I like songs from Skid Row, uh, Cinderella, Poison. Yeah, Iron Maiden. Millie Vanilli. The actual singer for Millie Vanilli just died. No, they weren't a hair band. Leech is on Stand By Me. The Run DMC and Aerosmith collab. Yeah, I think that's the first time I heard well, maybe it wasn't, but I remember when the video came out, um, you know, hitting the wall apart, and it was like, "Walk this way." Yeah, that was a very popular video when I was growing up. I think it was around 88, 89, somewhere around there. Google it for me because I'm thinking back to where I was when I saw it, and I was at uh, my cousin's house down the road, and that was in the late 80s. You can pick me up. Okay, yeah, I'll get at you for sure because I only have one meeting that I definitely have to do, and that's probably going to be on a Sunday. Darlin', Darlin', Led Zeppelin. No, Trini, not the second singer. So the two people from Millie and Vanilli, they never sang the song. They got a lot of criticism because if they were found out that they were just like lip syncing and everything. The person that actually sang it, which nobody knew who he was, who he looked like, he died. I don't know if it was Millie or Vanilli, but one of them died. One of them passed away from suicide years ago. So there's one left. Don't ask me why I'm a Millie Vanilli expert because I'm not. I just knew that. I never liked Whitesnake. I don't know. I just didn't like Whitesnake. I think because their video beat. Oh, and also, so I was really into Bon Jovi at the time, like late 80s. And I think their video came in ahead of Bon Jovi's, and I was so mad. I was like, I don't like this band. No, I didn't like Whitesnake. Here I go again on my. I loved Bon Jovi when Living in Prayer came out, Shot Through the Heart, but when Wanted Dead or Alive came out, I was like, oh my God, this is the best song ever written. No, I wasn't into Slaughter. Was from Stand By Me. The Leeches, that's what I said. The Leeches were from Stand By Me. Dawkins. Now we're going way back to all the songs. So let's think. Remember Striper? Calling on You? Oh, Darlin', Darlin'. Well, that's also from Led Zeppelin. It's what's the name of the song? Something Fields. He's like, "Oh, darling, darling, darling." Yeah. They're both from Stand By Me. Yeah, depending on how you say it. You're right. The Final Countdown, Europe. Yeah. Rock the Night, Europe, The Final Countdown. Remember the video where he sings into the ketchup bottle? He's at a diner. Vital Organ Auction. Hello from the hardcore post-punk band Vital Organ Auction. Hey, what's up? We're talking old hair bands right now. Remember in Stryper's fashion? Somebody said that Stryper, the lead singer, now looks like Ted Cruz. They're like, it's actually Ted Cruz, the singer of Stryper. I think that's who it was. It was funny. They did a side-by-side picture of what he looks like now. That was my youngest brother's favorite song back then, was Calling on You by Stryper. In the Hall of the Mountain King. I'm not sure what that is. Would that be... Sounds like a Manowar song. What's up, John? You got some internet. How is it? What internet do you get? Is it it's probably not Fios, is it? It's probably Spectrum. Shallow Gravy Jacket. Never heard of it. Spectrum, awesome. Well, that'll make things a lot easier now at the homestead. When did you get it? You just get it today? I just got a new router after I called them up. I'm like, you know what? I haven't got any updates in like 3-4 years now. Do you have any new routers that would work a little bit better in my house? They're like, yeah, bring it in. So I got a new router. Supposedly I'll have a bigger range here. Because usually when I go let the dogs out back, I don't have internet, but lately it's been working okay. Oh yeah, John, how's it? How's the garden looking and how's the trees? All the fruit. I'm gonna drive out there with a bag and just freaking collect a bunch of fruit, take off. You can stream from the treehouse? That would be awesome. That would be really cool. Aqua Net. You guys, how old are you if you know what Aqua Net is? I used to have Aqua Net. I wanted my hair like feathered. I would go to my mom would bring me to the hairdresser and she would, because I was too shy to say it, she'd be like, he wants his hair like MacGyver. Like MacGyver, like feathered on the sides and like kind of like a mullet. Yep. Grown up in the 80s. You remember the first video of me and John. Which video was that? What is that? Honeyberries are ripe strawberries. That sounds good. What about the Goji Berries? Yeah, I was out there. We did a video like a month ago. The Mohawks, Vixen and Lita Ford. Would I ever rock them? I used to have a mullet. I had a mullet for a long time. And I had a rat tail. You guys remember rat tails? Oh, we were sitting and talking? Yeah. We were probably doing some kind of, I don't know. Maybe we were talking about the Kickstarter or something for our first cookbook, for our only cookbook. Let's see, body glove and gotcha. I had gotcha bracelets and stuff. We're talking 80s stuff now. We should start looking for houses on Zillow. I am looking to sell my house. Kickflip. Hey, do a kickflip over me. Oh man. Did I put a charm on my rat tail? No, but at one point when I had longer hair, when I first like started hanging out with my skater friends, we had these like, oh man, what were they? These little like thread, different color thread braids that go down, and like we braid one of them into one piece of our hair, and it would like go down, and it had like beads on the end of it or something, and like that was like the cool thing, and I'm like, oh, I need one of these, and the only way to get it out was literally to cut that piece of your hair out. Yep. Are you ready to aqua rock? I don't know what other bands did I. Oh well, I first started listening to music at my friend's house on the 8 track. He had like REO Speedwagon and Beatles and then the cassette tapes came out. We all had cassette tapes. Um, I'm embarrassed to say what my first cassette tape was, but my first record, I'm not embarrassed. I got like a single like of Eye of the Tiger. I mean that was rocking back in the 80s. And that's all I wanted. I was like, I need that song, you know. I got a little record. But the first full album I got was Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi. And I think I was a little irritated because I didn't want the album. I wanted a cassette tape. But then I kept the album instead. I was like, I'll keep it. But the first cassette tape was EMF. What? I don't know. That song, Unbelievable. The slap bracelets. Yeah, those. I didn't listen to Journey until I was like a teenager, and then it was cool. We were like, you know, just my friends. They're the only people I knew that listened to it. Actually, just one of my friends. We just stopped, you know, Journey, and actually some of the first videos I ever made, and I put to, you know, on the 2 VCRs I had, I put a couple of Journey songs in there. Back in the mid 90s. Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. I still have, I think I still have my Public Enemy tape. Flavor Flav is the song, Public Enemy #1. You got a rip in your couch. Yeah, I can probably recite all that stuff. I wasn't really into Michael Jackson. I mean, I remember when his hair caught on fire, and the Pepsi commercials, and I wasn't really into Michael Jackson. I remember when Thriller came out and Beat It. I was into Weird Al, you know, Eat It. What are my thoughts on long hair? My hair's really, really long right now, so no, I don't have any problem with long hair. The thing is I had short hair most of my life growing up, and then I decided I wanted to grow my hair out. I like it long because like I can pull it back like this, so it feels like it's short to me. But if I want to pull it down, I can pull it down. So where will I go if I sell my? I don't know yet. I'd probably stay in the area somewhere, but I kind of want to get a house that's a little bit more land because I don't have any land for the dogs and stuff, and maybe be like not as close to neighbors because I'm in a neighborhood. I was never into Grateful Dead, but I remember where I was when I heard the news that Jerry Garcia died. Mr. Big. Uh, it was just one G, right? I'm the one who. Oh my God, yeah. growing up in the 90s. Yeah, I had Eazy-E, NWA, all that. How long is my hair? It's pretty long. I don't think it's as long as it was the first time I cut it, but it's pretty long. Aerosmith. I wasn't a huge Aerosmith fan, but I did like some of their songs. I liked some of the Guns N' Roses stuff, but at first I didn't like Guns N' Roses because I thought they were like, I thought there was like a rival between Motley Crue, and I was like Team Motley Crue at the time. Wavy hair, probably not. Do I like any modern pop star singers? Modern pop stars. So my hair is really long. There. That's my hair. Modern pop star singers. Yes. Probably. I can't think of any that I would say that. I don't know. Do I even know any modern pop star singers? I think I'm stuck back in the 2000s now. Yeah. I've been growing my hair now for about 8 or 9 years, but I did cut it a couple years ago and donate like a big chunk of it, probably like that much. Growing up in Seattle, knowing, Ween. Push the little dances and make 'em come up. Oh yeah. Well, I will cut my beard. Metal Church's Blessing. I don't know that one. Favorite 90s hits. Whoa. Um there's so many. I don't even I'd have to look to see if they just made it into the 90s or if they were late 80s. Do I wish healthcare was cheaper? No, I like it to be really expensive. I actually couldn't afford it a few years ago when Obama was the president, so I would get dinged every time I did my taxes, and I'd have to pay at the end of the year because I didn't have health care. But like, why does everybody have to have health care? Because what about those of us that never go to the doctor that are that are healthy, that don't get sick? I mean, I know it's good for everybody to have, but like, what about those of us that never go to the doctor? Ween. Oh. Um. Do I like Talking Heads? Yes, a couple of, well, their main stuff, but like I never really delved in and listened to them or anything other than, um, their main songs that they have. Rick Moranis says you shouldn't do your own taxes. I will listen to Rick on that one. I don't do my own taxes. I don't know. Let's go through some bands and what songs I really like. Skid Row. I remember when Ricky was a young boy. Okay, 18 in Life, when that came out, me and my friends, we just watched it the whole time, and we would like break it down, and we would like act like knew what we were talking about. Like, oh man, he shouldn't. He's in jail forever now. I mean, he shouldn't have done that, because when that child blew that child away, I mean, now he's in jail for life. He's not bagging groceries anymore. He's in jail for life. And we would just listen to it over and over. I Remember You. Such a good song. Even though I didn't know what they were saying for the longest time. Motley Crue. Yeah, I love so many Motley Crue songs. I don't know if I really like them anymore though. Like songs that I probably still like by Motley Crue. I mean, they did. I mean, Home Sweet Home is a good one on the piano. But yeah, you can go way back to Helter Skelter and Shout at the Devil, and then I don't know, they got into Dr. Feelgood and all that stuff, and I liked it at the time, but I don't, not anymore. Solving Mysteries. I never liked Jesus and Mary Chains. I like Mazzy Star. I have a Mazzy Star CD. I still have it. Smoking in the Boys' Room. I didn't smoke, so I didn't really care for that song, but yeah. And then what other bands? I didn't know all the songs, but I remember watching MTV when they actually had music videos on. So like I remember certain bands for that. Like Rat had Dance. Dance, dance. Okay, I'm not going to try to sing these songs because it's just embarrassing. But Cinderella had Nobody's Fool. That was a good song. I'm going through my brain in the sequence of the music videos that were on that countdown. And you had the Monkees' Daydream Believer. You had Rick Ocasek, Emotion in Motion. You had Cyndi Lauper's True Colors. And I'm trying to think what the number one was. Bon Jovi was number one for a while, but U2 overtook them with With or Without You. And Like a Prayer was on there. I remember the TV was on and I was waiting to see Bon Jovi. The MTV countdown was going on and my dad got home from work and we would sit down for dinner. We weren't allowed to have the TV on, but I'm like, please, Dad, please, 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 please. I just want to see Bon Jovi when it comes on, please. So he allowed me to keep it on and I'm like, oh crap, the next video that I think is going to be on. Oh, he's going to turn it off. And sure enough, it was Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. He's like, and I was a little kid, and I had even younger siblings. We're turning this off. I'm like, but Dad, after that song, Bon Jovi's going to be on. And I remember that. I remember before the days of microwaves. You know, I remember getting our first microwave, not knowing how to use it. I remember getting the first VCR. That's how old I am. They were invented. They just weren't commercial. Only like really, really elite rich people would have stuff like that. So they weren't like available like until, you know. And then all of a sudden everybody was getting like, hey, the newest thing is a microwave. And I remember my mom was like, I'm going to heat up some bread. And normally when you heat up bread, you would do it in like an oven or a toaster oven. And it would take a few minutes. So she put it in there. And she goes, let's try it. You don't have to like turn it on for as long. So let's try like 60 seconds instead of a couple minutes. And we're like, yeah. Turns out you only need to put bread in there for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, but 60 seconds demolish that bread. Never heard of Mazzy. Mazzy Star is very famous for the song Fade Into You. It was in the 90s. It's good. It's a good song. I'm not planning on moving out of in the area. Boy George actually follows me on Twitter. So how about that? Karma Chameleon. Simple Minds. I love Simple Minds. And then one of my favorite bands when I was a teenager covered Simple Minds song Don't You Forget About Me from the Breakfast Club. They redid it. So I'm like, oh my God, I love this song. And I put it in one of my skate videos. It was Life of Agony. They did their own little... Tears for Fears. Oh, I love the Monkees too. I used to watch the Monkees. Huge car phones. If you were lucky enough to have a phone. I remember this one kid, he was a rich kid in school, and he had a cell phone when I was in like 9th grade or something. We're going way back. We're going back to like 1990 or something. and you carry it over his shoulder in a bag, and the phone itself would be like that, like a big, huge thing, and be like, who are you calling? It's like nobody else has one, so if you're calling somebody, they got to go to their pickup phone. Mike Jones. Mike Jones. For a minute there, I'm like, who else knows about Mike Jones? And then I looked down, it's John. Yeah, Karma Chameleon. we had a question. I played Trivia Pursuit with my parents last night, and a question came up about a Queen song, which I only knew part of the name of the song, and I got it wrong because I didn't know the whole thing. But I only know a few Queen songs. But my favorite one was from Highlander, Who Wants to Live Forever. Me. What's up, Julie? Glad you finally made it to our live. How long have we been going for? Anyway, we've been on for a while. You know what I hate is when everybody gets notifications that I went live like two hours after I went live. The whole point of like getting a notification for a live is so you can see it live. Mike Jones. Oh, Mike Jones. You're stuck in traffic now heading home. I'm telling you spend half your life sitting at red lights. Spending half what you make on that drive. That's a song. Mike Jones. Oh, what else? I mean, so many good songs out there from back in the day that nobody listens to anymore, or they're just lost in the archives of history. You can play that Mr. Big song. You're going to have to play it and change the words to include vegan food in your pups. I'm the one who wants to drink that juice. Deep inside I know Zeke wants some too. See, I can sing too. I can make up songs, but I can't really sing. Warm it up, kid. Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to warm it up, Chris. This was what I was born to do. Brian's working on a new spell book. Thoughts on a collab? Well, I'm not. That's his thing, and I wouldn't collab with him on his cookbook or anything. But yeah, we've done collabs on other videos and different things before. But he's not in California anymore, so I'm not going to be able to meet up with him this time. Do I like old classic jazz like Duke Ellington? I'm not really. I mean, I know Duke Ellington by name and everything, but I'm not really familiar with that, so no, I don't. It's not that I don't like it, I'm not really familiar with it. I only know, by Ween, I only know the Push Little Daisy song. Crisscross. Oh my god, you had MC Hammer pants? I had the parachute pants, but not like quite like MC Hammer. I was like on a mission to get some parachute pants with all the pockets and everything, because back then it was like a thing. The cool kids all had parachute pants. I wanted some, and I couldn't really get any, so finally I bought like a used pair off somebody. Or I probably didn't buy it. I probably traded a bunch of toys for it. Rex and Effects Rump Shaker. Oh, I'm trying to pull out some like other songs. love Wasted Years by Iron Maiden. I still listen to it sometimes. Robert Johnson. That was our currency when we were little. Toys, you know? And if I look at it, I mean, all the nostalgia. Like, if I'm holding Optimus Prime in my hand, do you know how much nostalgia runs back? Like, that, and I still have them. I still have all my toys. The good ones. I have Voltron, I have the Transformers, some G.I. Joe, some Star Wars. I have the Muscles, Battle Beast, Visionaries, Bionic 6. I have one Bionic 6 guy. And then my friend, oh, this was so bad. He thought it would be cool to like launch his bike over a ramp on top of Megatron. I'm like, Megatron is the one Transformer I don't have. Please, no, like I'll take it. And he wouldn't, he wanted to smash it. I don't know why, but that was a very bad day. He smashed Megatron. I think Megatron is, you know what? I need to go on eBay as an adult and buy Megatron because Megatron is the one Transformer I still don't have. Will they even sell Megatron now? Because he transforms into a gun? Probably not. I still have some toys that came in like I still have Littlefoot that came when you bought pizza at Pizza Hut, the little dinosaur. What else do I have? Yeah, Thundercats. Do I have any Thundercats? I think I have one Thundercat. I think I have somebody from He-Man. My cousin was into He-Man. I was more into Transformers. But I remember Mossman's. Mossman smelled like moss. I think I had Mossman. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. You launch Robo something He-Man at the roof with a water balloon. It'd go. I can't sing. When I sing, I'm just basically making a parody. Broken Wings, gotta listen all the way through. Are you talking about Mr. Mister? So take these broken wings. Voltron versus Transformers. I loved Voltrons. I used to have dreams that I had one of the Voltron lions, and it was time to go to school, and I had to go to the bus stop, but I was like in my lion going to the bus stop, and I'm like, doing all the coordinates on it and everything, and I'm like, guys, I'll meet you at school. You have the ET doll. I got a few ET things up here in the ET stuff. I do have an ET doll that I think Ari sent it. And I still have the original Gizmo doll. One of my dogs ripped the eye off. Not one of my current dogs, but back in the day. But I still have them, Gizmo. Since we're talking about flashback today. Swamp Thing. You still have Moss Man. What's up, Jennifer? I'm wondering how many of my old toys are worth something to collectors now. I still have Nintendo Power Magazine and some other really old comics. There was one like Crest Super Team when they had a comic. I still have issue 1. If you're just joining us, we've been talking about old glam rock hair bands, different bands and songs, and what else? What else is there? Cherry Pie. There's Cherry Pie. There's so many. And we could just think of some good ones all day long. I was never really into Metallica. They were big, but I was never really into Metallica, and I wasn't into. Like I wasn't into like Alice in Chains or any of those. I liked Nirvana for a little while. I'm thinking. I'm looking over here to the left, thinking. Some people say when you look to the left, you're lying, but I'm looking to the left, thinking. Def Leppard. I remember Def Leppard. I actually did a video about 12 years ago using "You're Bringing On the Heartache" for a team building event for work where I worked, and we did a team building event. We went bowling, so I had to do some slow motion shots with the Def Leppard song. I mean, it just fit perfect for bowling. Oh, thanks, Julie. Thanks for that super chat. Thanks for being me. Thanks for being you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I remember Devastator. I still have all the Constructicons. Megadeth. I wasn't into Megadeth. 99 Ways to Die. Somebody said I look like the lead singer of Megadeth. I don't think I do, but somebody said I did on one of my live streams. Yeah, appreciate that, Julie. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's incredible too, because the drummer from Def Leppard only has one arm. Is a song by Cake, but he only has one arm, and he continued to drum and do a really, really, really good job with only one arm. And there was also everybody had like these accidents back in the 80s, because there was an accident for, and I don't remember the exact details, but there was an accident with Metallica, and they lost one of their he died, either the guitar or the bassist. One of you guys will know. You saw the frozen tofurkey ham. So this whole time we've been talking, you're like, I need that tofurkey. I'm gonna saw that apart. I'm gonna cook it up, and it came out perfect. Awesome. Buck with Honey Child. Sounds like Earth Crisis. Earth Crisis is from here, from Syracuse. Thanks for, yeah, if you have to get going, understand. Thanks for watching. Who am I trying to Linda Ronstadt. The Honey Child song. Can't see the forest through the trees. You met Dave Mustaine a while back. I think he was having a bad day. Ooh, was he not nice? I look like Indy. I look like my dog. Bus plane. Sage says on May 13th, I have a friend with a birthday on that day. I decided to go sober, and in the beginning, I came across your straight edge video, and it gave me a lot of motivation and kept my head on track. Saw you were live and just wanted to say that. Wow, thank you. Thank you for saying that, and congratulations. And I'm glad that something I said could help, and yeah, that's awesome. Cliff Burton. What's up, Travis? Better late than never. We did kind of go on earlier tonight, but I didn't. I was ready to go. Yeah, The Cure is my all-time favorite. The Cure is my all-time favorite band, and once I heard The Cure, that was just all Cure. I was listening to the Smiths too, but I like The Cure a lot better. You met Pantera, and they had a bad day too. I met one of my favorite singers. It was cool. It was weird because we looked exactly the same, and that wasn't planned. You're back. You were making food. What did you miss? You missed everything. Yeah. Yeah, I went to see, yeah, John. I went to see one of my favorite bands play. I saw them a few times. saw him in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I saw him at the Knitting Factory in New York City. And the second time I saw him, I videotaped it. And like, there's certain of their songs that just like, it gets the hair on my neck standing up, and I'm filming it, and you can see the video, like when they get to the certain part of the song, like I'm like shaking. I can't even hold the video camera. I'm like, can I like rest it against something? But anyway, at the time I was living in New York City, my hair was kind of growing out, but it wasn't anywhere as long as it is now. And I had one of the biggest beards I ever had. And I wanted to go buy their merchandise when they were done. So I'm like kind of making my way over to their table and everything, because they had like this B-side album, that CD I wanted to buy. So as I was going up, the singer was like, he wasn't at the table, but he was like right off to the right, and he turned around and we like were facing each other, and we literally he had the big beard. He looked just like I did. And I was like, you're one of my favorite singers in the entire world. I didn't say any of that. I'm just like, oh, hey, how's it going? He's like, oh, hey. I'm like, can I get that CD? Like, I never say the things, well, at least I didn't back then, that I wanted to say, but I would have said something different now had I seen him. So yeah, I did get to meet him. I didn't say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I think I was just like, oh, great show. You know, he probably was like, oh, you know, somebody that, you know, kind of likes the band, probably came for a different band, but no. I saw him 3 times. The Cure Ant-Man movie, Plain Song is my favorite song in the world. That's my all-time favorite song. I didn't know it was in Ant-Man. I haven't seen Ant-Man. I knew it was in what is it called? It's I don't even now. I can't even remember. I think it was Kirsten Dunst who played. Who'd she play? Anne Boleyn? Or no, I don't know. It's a period piece. I met some rock band a couple years ago at a local radio station, and we all got a picture, and somebody said, you look like you should be in the band, but I don't even remember the band. I only went because my friend wanted to go and was like, yeah, come on with me and meet the band. I'm like, okay. And they did like this private session where they just played something. I was kind of familiar with one of their songs, so let me see if I can scroll back and find it for you guys. It was a while back, so I don't know if I'll make it by the time we're done with this live stream. I don't remember who they were. But I know they look like a hairband. They all had, or maybe it's a false memory. Maybe it never happened. Pretty sure it did. Wow, how far back was this? I did meet Dee Wallace. I'm jealous that I got to meet Dee Wallace. Do I think meeting so many famous people were signs you were going to be known one day? No, not at all. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. It was cool, but it was weird. It's like, I can't really describe it. It's like, I'm so like thankful, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. Like, why would anybody want to recognize and come say hi to me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just like a normal dude. Like, but it's just a weird thing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that. I can't find it. Maybe I went back too far. Maybe I already passed it here. Yeah, meeting Dee Wallace was like probably the most starstruck I've been. Yeah, so it was Marie Antoinette. That was what I was talking about. I look like Alice in Chains to you? What about me looks like Alice in Chains? The singer? I'm not really... I never liked Alice in Chains, so I'm not really familiar. Well, if you're not familiar, how can you not like him? Well, I wasn't really into those. Yeah, I think I went back too far. I don't remember how far. Anyway, there's a picture somewhere on my Instagram of me with a band. I can't find it though. Yeah, I'm a normal dude just like anybody else. Oh, I was just talking about this, but this is a picture of me when I was when I graduated high school. I'm like, all right, hurry up and take the picture. I was 18. Here's one of my favorite pictures. Now we're going like Instagram. That's one of my favorite pictures. It's me and my niece Katie walking. Who's that dude with long hair? I don't know. Yeah, going through all these pictures here is making me like miss traveling and doing all this stuff. It's just, John, remember when we went to Germany and we had that, wait, I just passed it. We had, oh no, that's a different one. But remember we went to Germany and we had that pretzel that was like that big and you had like a beer that was as big as your head? If John's still here. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm still trying. I'm trying to look real quick here. You ever like? Is anybody else like that? Like you like can't. All right, I've given up. I just gave up. Okay, I'm not even gonna finish that thought. No more girl bands. What do you mean? Like Ace of Base. I saw the sign. And Spice Girls. Or the Go-Go's. Yeah, Plain Song is my favorite song. I did a whole TikTok on it. You're going to have canned vegan Amy's chili with a salad. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good. I had some cherries today so far. So I can make something. Probably make a smoothie. As I said, I had just finished mowing the lawn when I started this. Tattoo. All the things she said running through. They're like no more girl bands, and then I started naming them. I love the Cranberries. I've always loved the Cranberries. I don't know. I like. Is anybody like I? Like I'm not like depressed or anything, but I love all the sad songs. Maybe that's why I love The Cure, and some of the other bands I love. I don't know. I mean, I don't like only sad songs, but I like that. Like, because my favorite Cranberry song is "No Need to Argue," and that's a sad song. But then there's another one it's if you listen to it at the end, there's something funny that maybe it's just in my mind. But let me try to think of the name of it. I'm not sure the exact name of the song. Maybe it's Daffodils. But at the end of the song, when they say, "And the daffodils look lovely today," look lovely, look lovely. I always think they're saying Nick Nolte. Nick. So next time you listen to that song, or if you've never listened to it, listen to it. And near the end, when she's like, "Look lovely, look lovely, look lovely," think Nick Nolte, and you'll hear it. Did you see that thing where they were doing the joke, practical jokers, and the guy behind the barista counter called Gary Busey Nick Nolte, and he got so mad he threw his like coffee at him, and then he threw a muffin at him, and it was really, "I'm not Nick Nolte." I was gonna say No Doubt, but that's not an all girl band. But I was thinking that's actually Rachel's favorite singer is Gwen. Which I was at a movie theater and I was right behind Tony Canale, and I wanted to ask for a picture of him for Rachel's my best friend, so I wanted to say it would mean everything if I could get a picture of him saying hi to her or something. But as I was leaving, he was walking away, and I was gonna be like, "Hey, Tony," but I couldn't do it. I did talk. I was talking to Moby, and Moby was talking to him too. But yeah, they all sat in front of me. Moby, Toby Morse, Tony Canale. I never watch Impractical Jokers, but I did. It was like a clip on like. It was somewhere. I think it was on. Maybe it was on TikTok or something. Rob would collab with me. Rob who? Rob Zombro. I wonder if he would. I've tagged him in a few things, but I haven't heard anything. If you guys want to set up some of these collabs, be my guest. The Donnas. Yeah, I did an interview with Moby. Moby's been vegan, I think, since 1988, I think. Luscious Jackson. I remember their video that they had with my naked eye I saw, and they're all roller skating. And I remember they played that. I used to work at a arcade in the mall back in like 95, and they would have like certain videos always playing, and that was one of the videos that they would put on loop all day long. So I've had my share of Luscious Jackson. That was your voicemail back in the day? I remember that because I remember when that came out, I lived in Sarasota, Florida. Being vegan in the 80s, it was definitely more difficult than it is now. Because I went vegetarian in 1990. And that was, yeah, you had to be creative. It was definitely doable, but we had to be creative and learn how to cook. That's basically what I did. Wow, did we get through all the questions? About the song Peaches? Oh, by the presidents of the United States of America? Oh, Peaches. Oh, I'm thinking of Peaches singing a different song. Okay, wrong, yeah. What about Jeff Goldblum? Christopher Walken. Bill Moseley played what character in House of a Thousand Corpses? He was, oh, I forget his name. He's, isn't he Sherry Moon's brother? Or is that her like husband or boyfriend? Anyway, he kills a bunch of people and tutti fruity. He didn't want any of that tutti fruity. But Sid Haig did. I do know Hilarious. There's some music I didn't care for, and I didn't listen to, and I didn't really know. I don't really know much about Alice in Chains. Didn't they do Black Hole Sun? Yeah, but that's probably why I didn't like it. Ever tried the Wim Hof cold showers? Actually, yes. I watched a bunch of stuff on Wim Hof. I actually took a cold shower the other day, but I don't know if that counts because it was really hot out, so it was totally comfortable taking a cold shower. But it's a totally different thing when it's winter out and you're taking a cold shower. My voicemail, actually, it was for my pager because we're talking about days before cell phones. So my pager voicemail was the beginning of the interview with the vampire when Christian Slater asked Brad Pitt So it goes like this. It goes, so what do you do? I'm a vampire. Beep, beep, beep. And then you'd say whatever. I'm guessing you're taking this literally? We can't begin this way. Let me turn on the light. I thought vampires don't like the light. Oh, we love it. Oh, Black Hole Sun of Soundgarden. They're all the same to me. Like, I don't know. They're like all mixed in. Like I couldn't like tell you who was who. But I liked Pearl Jam and I liked the song they collab. Didn't they collab with Soundgarden or Alice in Chains for Temple of the Dog? Hunger Strike? Yeah, Pagers had a voicemail. Well, they had a voice answering, so you'd call it, you'd hear that thing, and then you'd leave your number. You couldn't leave a voice message, but you could hear what they programmed on their pager. I wonder if I still have my pager. Sage is going to peace out, cooking potatoes and vegan burgers at the moment. Ooh, sounds good. Guys, you guys are making me so hungry. I better go eat. You're doing the half breathing exercises too? I mean, it seems like good stuff. I have never done it long term or anything, but I have tried it. Yeah, I know Chris Cornell. So he was Soundgarden. So he's the one, Hunger Song. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire is a movie that should not be remade. Now, Queen of the Dam should probably be remade, but not Interview with the Vampire. All right. I'm going to just go through a couple more of these and then we're going to get going here. You're going to go sit in your hot car with windows up? Well, at least it'll feel nice and cool when you get out of your car. We should all do the Wim Hof breathing together now. If you guys don't know Wim Hof, go check it out. He's done some pretty incredible things just through his techniques. Three, two, what are we doing? All right, that's probably a good 3, 2, 1 to end the stream. But thanks everybody for being on here, hanging out. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do these every Wednesday like I am, or should we just do it more sporadically? I think we had a lot to talk about just because we all started talking, but sometimes, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't always have a lot to talk about. Like sometimes there's really no updates to talk about, so sometimes I'm kind of at a loss and I'm just kind of playing off of what your guys' questions are and stuff like that. But if you guys want me to continue doing these every Wednesday, or if we just do it once in a while, so let me know what you guys think. I want to hear your feedback. And other than that, have a great night. Watch out for zombies because that's a must. And I'll see you guys soon.